Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, capital markets analyst and host of your Cannabis Business Podcast. Today, we're going to take a look at the top 10 cannabis stock news stories of the week, starting with number 10. All right, here's 3 reasons why Big Pharma hates the threat of psychedelic medicines and one company that's facing them in head on. And we're just going to skip that. Number 9. After presumed dead, here's why Aurora Cannabis stock skyrocketed over 120% in 2 days. So in just 2 trading sessions, Aurora Cannabis stock rallied 123%, giving the company's shareholders renewed optimism. So asking if Aurora can sustain its newfound momentum and continue to improve its financial position. So Aurora reported a third quarter net revenue that came in at $78 million, up 18% quarter over quarter. So the company's revenues surpassed the average analyst estimates. So another positive takeaway from Aurora's third quarter earnings included substantial reduction in the company's cash burn. Aurora announced that its cash use decreased by $118 million compared to the previous quarter. The company expects its burn rate reduction to continue into the fourth quarter and says it's on target to reach positive adjusted EBITDA by Q1 2021. Number 8, analysts at Raymond James think that Cronos Group is like Apple in 1977. So Raymond James analysts made the unusual comparison likening Cronos Group to Apple in the 1970s. So in his report, he focused on Cronos' technology and intellectual property advances, which through its partnership at Ginkgo Bioworks has plenty of potential. Cronos announced in the first quarter that Ginkgo has successfully engineered its first set of organisms to produce cannabinoids by biosynthesis, a goal which many companies are currently striving towards. Cronos said that the new organism has been transferred to Cron's large-scale production and processing site in Winnipeg. The report goes on to say the importance of the technology transfer to Cronos fermentation cannot be understated. This $100 million investment made 18 months ago that's beginning to bear fruit. It's a big development. We recommend investors take note. The analysts argue that the biosynthesis technology will propel Cronos to the forefront of the cannabinoid consumer product space, not in 5 years, but maybe 2. Number 7 on the list, Hollister updates on psychedelic acquisition, Tommy Chong alliance, and Venom extract merger, and more. I'm just going to skip that. 6, MindMed reports first quarter 2020 results and corporate update. Number 5, Champion Brands brings on one of the world's top depression experts as a company CEO. Number 4, True Leaf Cannabis is kicking butt, according to M Partners. The analyst expects True Leaf Cannabis revenue to grow, but the profits to be slimmer. The analyst is also expecting a 2020 revenue and adjusted EBITDA of $400 million and $165 million, respectively. Number 3 on the list, MetaPharm Labs Australia signs its first European white-labeled cannabis supply agreement with UK-based Canarays Theranosmos. So under the 3-year deal, MetaPharm Australia will supply cannabis oil that meets the high-quality standards set by the German Institute for Drugs and Medicine Devices. Number 2 on the list, Aleafia Health reports excellent Q1 2020 earnings. They reported a net revenue of $14.6 million, an increase of 143% over the previous quarter, and posted a positive adjusted EBITDA of $6.4 million and announced a gross profit increase of 203% from the previous quarter. And number 1 on the list, Champion Brands is going to enter the U.S. psychedelic market via an acquisition of California Ketamine Clinic. If you haven't seen it, this is our update from last week. Our artificial intelligence-based algorithm has done a lot better than our competitors, being the ETFMG Alternative Harvest. They were down negative 4.5%. And then PodX, that's the Global X Cannabis ETF, they were down 4.2%, while we were up 3.99% in the same week. All right, with that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is the Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't. And I'm out.